I'll go to an area, in fact, I'll use this one, which is a reasonable length of spinners. It's a little bit on the dark side. You will notice that from the tracks we've had so far in this tournament, there's not any grass around the place. So it's been rolled a lot, but there's no grass. So when there's no grass, that means that the ball is going to grip a little bit more. And because it's a little bit on the dark side in areas, because of the watering that has been happening, it's not wet by any means, but the newer ball, 10 overs of course each side, the newer ball with that proud seam is going to grip just a little bit more on the surface. So I think today it might just be a little bit more challenging for the batsmen if the spinners get in the right areas. And therein lies the key, if they get in the right areas. That's what they need to do, of course, to make sure it is going to be tougher, so we don't see all those sixes all over the show, as we saw in the two games yesterday. Righto, time to find out what happened in the toss earlier with Rowan Gavaskar.
It's match number 8 of the NLT 60 strikes. It's the Dallas Lone Stars versus Chicago CC. I've got the two captains here with me, Dinesh Karthik and Robin Uthappa, and the match referee, Mr. Michael Raghunath. If Robbie would be kind enough to flip the coin.
Heads.
Heads was the call.
Heads it is?
Heads it is.
We'll have a bowl first.
Any particular reasons to wanting to bowl?
Just our last game we changed, we ended up being successful at it, so we thought we'll continue with the same.
Yeah, lots of positives to take from the last game, DK. You all played really well as a unit.
Absolutely, I think it's very important, a small tournament like this, that you have fun outside of the ground, but also on the ground you know how to go about things, and that's something we found out a little bit last game, so I would say that was a good positive for us from the last one.
And any changes in your side?
We got the one change, Nakash comes in for Saikant.
All the best for the game.
Thank you so much.
Robbie, what would you have done if you had won the toss?
Oh, I would have batted first. It seems like there's a little bit of dampness on the wicket, and I feel like that'll probably make it a little bit more difficult to bat in the second innings. So,
excellent performance in the last game by the team and you yourself. What's the secret to scoring runs on this pitch?
oh well, if it's there in the arc, try and hit it out of the park. Keep it simple.
Easier said than done, I've got to say. But I've also got to ask you about the local young players from the USA in your team. Can you tell us a little bit more about them?
So we have Karthik Gattipalli, who's a left-arm spinner from here, who's been pretty impressive. We have Mid-innings, who's also been here for the last 3 or 4 years and coming up through the ranks, and is an Afghanistan kid who's been here for the last 4 or 5 years. We have a 17-year-old, Arjun, who's a wicketkeeper bat, and then we have Colleen Sana from Canada, who's also been very impressive.
This is Karthik's university, so in a sense it's his home ground. Has he told you what to expect, how to go about it over here?
Well, he fielded out of his skins yesterday, so I'm hoping he does something special with the ball tonight.
And any changes in your 11?
Karthik comes in instead of Rehan.
All the best for the game.
Thanks.
That's the news from the game. From the centre, Dallas have won the toss and decided they'll bowl first.
Rowan, thanks very much. Right, here's the teams. Ed Rains was alongside me. Take it away, Ed.
Evening, Hazy. Evening, everybody. There we go. Simon Harmer. Keep an eye on him for Chicago. Robin Uthappa coming off for 66. Chris Lynn in the runs, finally. And then we go across to the Lone Stars. Colin Munro took a blow a few nights ago. Hope he's recovered from that. Samir Patel was pretty good. Dinesh Karthik with the gloves. Chris Green with his spin will be quite effective on this surface. Keep an eye also on Walsh and Oja.
Tupper and Lynn, opening stand of 121 yesterday. So they'll be keen to double up and do that again in this first game. Righto, the standings. I mentioned that there's 5 teams on 2 points. Look at this. Texas Gladiators, they have lost 1, but they've got 4 points, and the net run rate is tidy. Chicago, their net run rate is very good, but they've only got 2 points. New York Lions, 2 points. Atlanta Kings, 2. And we go all the way down to the Dallas Lone Stars with 2 as well. So both these games today, both these teams rather, have played 2 and won 1. So they've both been a little bit on the rusty side. Right, here come the important gentlemen, the guys who control the match. Umpire Rifa. Also Malayla, the 2 umpires that are going to be standing in today's game. So the gentleman in charge, Michael Raghunath, is the match referee, and Aditya Gajja is the TV umpire. Right, there's Chris Green. He's ready to go, I'm sure. Track he might like here. Turning away to the left-handers today, but straight away he's going to have to contend with a couple of right-handers. He likes to open the bowling. In T20 games, he's the captain of the Sydney Thunder, captain of Antigua and Barbuda in the CPL, and also plays for Lancashire. And he's extremely experienced. He's been around the game for a long time. Is Chris Green. Righto, what are your thoughts, Ed?
Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how they go initially in those first 1, 2, 3 overs, and also if that doesn't work out, how that floating batting power play will come into effect. Spinners, skill. In terms of trying to keep these two quiet, they were very, very good. You just mentioned that partnership of 112 between Robin Uthappa and Chris Lynn. So they would have had a good understanding of the surface, having played on it just about 24 hours ago. Whereas the Dallas Lone Stars, they'll need to be very good and sort of acclimatize as quickly as possible, because remember, most of the games were during the day. Now we've had one particular day where both games are at night, and they'll need to do a lot more adjusting. Look at that surface, Hazy. You said not a lot of grass, and I tend to want to agree with you. It's a bit patchy, isn't it? It's been well rolled.
Yeah, lots of rolling, bit of a sheen on it as well. You can't get those sort of sheens unless there's also a little bit of moisture around. And I'll just repeat what I said earlier. There's by no means is it damp or wet in any way. It's just a little bit of moisture. You can see the spike actually going in there reasonably easily.
Just the fact that he's marking his guard there, and the studs seem to be just not necessarily getting stuck in the surface, tells you that that moisture sort of evaporated. It's been quite a warm day as well.
Yeah, 33 degrees today, Celsius. Pragyan Ojha played for a long, long time for India. A very good performer, very experienced. Of course, he will enjoy this surface too, I think, to these two right-handers who'll be looking to turn the ball away from them. Leslie Reefer. First time we've seen him in the tournament. He's been involved in the CPL, so he's made the trek across and has told the boys to get ready. We're almost going to hear the call of play from him. Here we go. Oh, that's gone through. And that's 4 runs straight away. It was a little bit of a loosener, short and wide, and I guess it got the treatment, but it should have been stopped.
Yeah, with a very small margin of error on the surface, the fielding has to play its part. On the back foot, this is just a little, it's Welsh, and he's a very good fielder. How does that go through? Maybe a little bit of a nasty bounce.
A very nasty bounce. He was a little bit fortunate, I think. They didn't get one between the eyes there. Flight, slicing across that, and that's going to be the first boundary.
That's back-to-back boundaries for Chicago.
Yeah, carries on his merry way, does Robin Uthappa. Starts off from where he left off, back-to-back boundaries. This is an excellent shot. The length again, the first one was quite short, this one is quite full, and have a look at that with just that beautiful movement of the hands through the hitting zone.
Now there's the turn that I mentioned. Holding up a fraction as well. So that is going to be a little bit of a challenging scenario for some of these batsmen if the bowlers get it in the right areas and get a bit of a rip.
And Ned bowled really well on the surface yesterday. Also, Michael Lees, who got a hat-trick. First one of this edition of the NCL 60 strikes.
Yeah, he got a hat-trick. He didn't know. His captain didn't know. None of his teammates knew. But he still celebrated.
Have a look at these sixes, yeah, by Chris Lynn. This is the Gladiators. Not the biggest ground, and so just averaging around that 74, 75, 76 meter mark.
Top of middle stump. Turning, pitching around about leg stump, bowling from wide, Pragyan Ojha, and they got the first one. It's an important breakthrough, getting rid of these two.
Dangerous player, Chris Lynn, he goes right across this one. I mentioned Ned, and he found his length and his line very early. Look at how slow that is through the air. He goes through the shot, and that little bit of purchase that Mike Hazeman's been talking about with expert advice at the pitch. Chris Lynn, good night. See you later. Hasn't scored. 9 for 1.
Leonardo Julian now, who's joining Robin Uthappa. So I wonder if Robin Uthappa is going to change his game at all. Now that he's lost his partner, they were so dynamic yesterday. Chris Lynn will be delighted that there's no Chris Green will be delighted that there's no Chris Lynn. Chris Lynn won't be delighted that he's sitting in the change room. And if there's any turnaround and also importantly bounce, Chris Green is going to get it.
That looked like a seam-up delivery there, but you're right, Hazy. Taller individual where he releases the ball. Have a look at the wicket to fall again. Turn. And nicely just held up. And great bit of bowling there by Oja.
A couple of arm balls to start from Green. Swinging away from the right-hander.
Yeah, very clever bowler. Chris Green's been around for a while, and he's really has the ability to bowl those difficult overs where you're inside the power play. Just a reminder, conventional power play is over 1 and 2. And there's one that sort of floats in between overs 3 to 8, but you have to take it before the 9th over. So keep an eye on that one.
Leg side, whipped away, 4 runs. Very nicely played by Julian. Off the mark of the boundary.
Yeah, very nicely played because, as we mentioned, a tall bowler can get a little bit of bounce, so he gets this nice and flat. Good control. And all behind square on the onside.
Might have been just a little bit of a connection there. Might have been inside edge. We'll have to wait and see what the umpire says. Yep, 4 runs.
This is a great comeback by Green. The only thing it doesn't do is go onto the stumps, or maybe onto also the wicketkeeper here, Kartik. Beautifully bowled. Really nicely bowled. Inside edge.
Completely different game today. Won't be able to head through the line as comfortably as they did yesterday when they scored 57 sixes in the 2 games yesterday. Another arm ball, but he might have picked up a wicket. No, just over the top. Couldn't backpedal enough, and it's gone for 4.
Maksud there at cover. Had a great sight of that, but it ends the 2nd over, 23 for 1. Oja is just joining us, the Lone Stars. 1
won the toss and elected to field first. Chicago were happy to bat because they batted so well yesterday, but they've already lost Chris Lynn, heading through that too early as it turned and hit the top of middle stump. Dinesh Karthik was still just moving his fielders. Can't do too much, of course. Oh, we're actually outside the 2 over, so he can. There's some boundary posters that can be there, and that's exactly what he wanted to do, just move him a fraction straighter. Colin Munro out there.
Yeah, we're in the University of Texas here at Dallas. 152 academic programs that this university offers scholars. And one of their really, really successful sports is esports. National champions, #1 in the country. Also championships at the chess level since 1996. That's your wheelhouse, is it, Hazy?
Bit of extra bounce, yes it is. I'm a bit of a chess fundi, of course, as everyone knows. They've actually participated in the Final Four collegiate chess tournament 18 times since 1996. Good stuff. Flight that time, thick edge, not carrying.
This is really good. And the Lone Stars, their bowlers are bowling beautifully, making use of the surface. Tries to go through the leg side, comes off the toe end of the bat. Screams of catch it. It's a good effort to attempt to try and take the catch, but not to be.
30,000 students at the University of Texas at Dallas, enrollment and alumni. Students from over 130 countries. 3 overs gone, 28 for 1.
Chicago 3 hit for 1 down at the end of 3 overs. Uthappa 15 off 9 deliveries. Julian 12-7.
A beautiful facility here at UT Dallas. Well, that's picked up. Picked up a long, long way. It's going to be 6 runs. But a good piece of that. Just down on one knee, helping it on its way with quite some distance. Julian, well, he's picked up a boundary, picked up a maximum first delivery of this over.
He's such an aggressive player, Julian. Clean striker of the cricket ball. Loads of ability.
Can't be more thankful for UT Dallas here. They've been instrumental with the support that they've offered this facility, this beautiful cricket ground, and all the fans to come out here, enjoy a game of cricket, enjoy this whole tournament. 3,800 Indian students as well on campus. Switch it. Gets none of it.
And here's that 6 again. Clean strike. Oh, that's well bowled. Given out. Just give it a lot of air, a lot of loop. Bit of dip. Excellent bowling by Green.
Well, Green gets his man. It's Julian. After thumping him for a massive 6 on the first delivery of this over, he's picked him up and he's got to go, Julian. Big moment this for Chicago. Tossed up, just getting it over the eye line of the batter. Dinesh Karthik does very well behind the stumps. Goes for 18 of 10 deliveries today. Julian, Chicago 34 for 2.
Lewis walking to the pitch. He had an amazing evening yesterday. Hitting bigger sixes, 4 sixes, 2 fours. Scored 34 of 10 deliveries, 8 not out.
Michael Lewis coming out in the middle after that wicket. He's off the mark. Oh, it's a different surface today, isn't it, Rohan? There, the wicket. And a very good catch from Dinesh Karthik. He stayed low, just taking that outside edge. Very different surface today than it was yesterday. Difficult conditions against the spinners today.
Well, they've rolled it quite a bit. They've even watered the pitch. So slightly different conditions from yesterday. End of the fourth, 37 for 2.
They complete the 4 over, 37 for 2. 9 in that over from Green. Uthappa, 16 of 10 deliveries. Michael Lewis just getting warmed up.
Well, it's Samit Patel, and this has been picked up. Just might not have the distance. Oh dear, that's been put down. It's Green in the deep. He got his hands under it and just popping out. Didn't judge it to the best of his abilities.
Well, it's twilight at the moment. Lights are on. Can get tough to maybe side the ball at times. But having said that, once he got himself underneath, he should have held on to it.
Backing away. Turn. Grip and turn for Samit Patel.
Got the elevation, not the distance. Just try to catch it too low. Did not judge it at all.
Well, he's given himself some room this time, and he gets the distance. It goes all the way, 6 more to Robin Uthappa.
He's absolutely thumped that. Got the front foot out of the way. Got the full flow of the bat. Magnificent shot by Robin Uthappa.
Some distance as well, 86 meters. That's out. He's gone. The faintest of edges. And I think we're actually going to go up to get confirmation. Robin Uthappa seems very convinced that he's got no bat on that. We've got to go upstairs for this one. Robin Uthappa very quick in reviewing the decision as soon as he saw the finger go up. Always a good sight for the fielding side. Fair delivery. The 2 sounds there. I think Ultra Edge has a slightly different opinion than Robin Uthappa. The faintest of edges proven, and he's gone. Robin Uthappa, big wicket this, the skipper, he's got to walk back, and it's Samit Patel who does the job.
Yeah, there definitely was a spike there. Robin Uthappa, the skipper, got to walk back for 22. It's 44 for 3.
Boundary, strike rate of 169. 44 for 3.
Push down the ground. Samit Patel gets the big wicket of Robin Uthappa. Just backing away to give himself some room. In the end, he met just the finest of edges as well. Finest of edges to Dinesh Karthik as this is thumped. Thumped a long, long way. It's Lewis. 6 runs.
Well, such a powerful strike. The biggest 6 of the evening so far. He's right in the slot and he's given it the full Monty. 5 overs done, 51 for 3.
50 for Chicago, 51 in 5 overs. Going over 10 and over. Joined by Ravi Uthappa on the crease.
Tripod, bring your tripod for me.
What's Ravi Uthappa, the new man out in the middle? To the wicket of Robin Uthappa. Seasoned campaigner, experienced campaigner, Ravi Uthappa. Oh, he's picked up Hayden Walsh, and he's not picked him up all the way. He is out. Good catch in the deep. Very difficult to judge in the lights, but he makes easy work of it.
Yeah, fabulous catch that. Made it look a lot easier than it was. Ravi Uthappa didn't quite get the distance. Walsh is happy. Why would it be? He's just picked up the wicket of Uthappa, who's got to go back for 1. It's 51 for 4.
So Hilton Veer coming out earlier than you would have hoped. And it's been easy pickings. Quick wickets today for the Lone Stars. 4 of them gone just at the halfway point. This just before the last delivery. Ravi Uthappa trying to go all the way. Just didn't get the distance on that. Critchley in the deep does very well to judge the ball in these lights. Full toss. You can't be bowling that. Goes a long way. 6 runs picked up again.
Got to say, that was an amazing shot. He just flew off the bat. Was a full toss. Easy to hit, but my God, he really smacked that.
Better delivery this from Walsh. Firing it in, not allowing for any room. Well, we've seen some long hits today. Lewis has gotten a few of them in this tournament so far. He's found the boundary more often than not. Really targets that leg side.
ये pitch roll करने के बाद it's getting difficult to hit. I've noticed.
आज पूरा दिन रोल किया है। नहीं अनबाउंस आज नहीं है क्योंकि आज दोपहर को पूरा दिन रोल किया हुआ है नॉन स्टॉप वाटर रोल so that it becomes not a fun piece like yesterday.
Swing and a miss. And a decent finish to the over. Chicago 59 for 4.
Despite a 6, great bowling for Walsh.
What's going to be the batting power play? Taken early here. Chicago 59 for 4. And they've got Lewis, who's striking them well out in the middle. Patel just making sure that his field is set. But that's a poor delivery. Half tracker. Oh my goodness, he can really throw some bat at this. Lewis picks up another massive 6 again.
Well, he's only dealing in 6s at the moment, Lewis. He's faced 7 deliveries. He's hit 3 of them for 6s. Moved on to a quick fire 22. Samit Patel, though, will be bitterly disappointed with that delivery. He's bowled far too many better deliveries in his career.
That was a big hit. Samit Patel gives it a bit of a smile after he sees it sail.
Oh yes, lovely boy. Nice one.
We haven't seen many of those left alone. I think it took everything in Lewis to just hold back on that one. Through the offside, and this is an incredible shot. He's really making it look easy out there. 6 more.
You're going with the turn on this occasion. Inside out, over, extra cover, beautiful cricketing shot. Samit Patel, even the bowler can just admire at how well he played that.
Short again. This is a bit miscued, and it still might run away. It does. 4 runs. Even a miss hit, he manages to find the boundary.
Yeah, and that's why he's grinning, because he knows he hasn't hit it as well as he would have liked. Didn't time it as well he has been throughout this innings. But it's still gone for 4.
Well, that is going to be a wide. And you could see that he's disappointed. Samit Patel wanted to take the ball even further away. Lewis moving across the stumps.
Yeah, this has been an expensive over.
Pushed into the leg side. Oh, I think he's going to feel a bit easier here, Samit Patel. Bowling to Sohail Tanvir might be a little bit less of a threat.
Or so he hopes. You know, Sohail Tanvir can play the big shots quite well. And with the turn, if it's in the arc, it might go out of the park. DK having a chat saying he's going to try and try to hit over long on, and then we'll try and get him out. Some mind games out there. That's what we like to see.
Flicked. And in the gap, 4 runs to finish an already expensive over. Chicago 81 for 4.
22 from that over. 2 overs, something that completed 36 runs for 1 wicket. 81 for 4 in 7 overs for Chicago. Against Dallas Lone Stars. Chicago looking in great shape. 33 off 11 deliveries. 5 of 4.
Seven gone, 81 for 4.
Why did you come? Go back. You can't go now. How will you go?
Let's go down to Mikey.
Thanks, Ahas. I've got the Dallas Fire Rescue Fire Chief alongside me, Justin Wall. Justin, thanks for joining us. Now, today is National Cricket League First Responders Day. Just want you to give our viewers a bit of an insight as to exactly what the Fire Chief gets up to in Dallas.
Well, get up to a lot. We're the 6th busiest department in the country, the 8th largest department in the country. So we get about 300,000 runs a year. So as you guessed, we're really busy. But it's an honour to come out to this at the beginning of the National Cricket League. And we always like to make an appearance when you're honouring our first responders. So thank you very much for inviting us, and we're happy to be here.
And when you talk about responding, it's not just the fires, it's medical as well, it's all encompassing.
Yeah, we respond to fires. We respond to about 250,000 medical calls a year also.
Wow.
So we have all kinds of programs. We have just a single function paramedic program. We have fire inspections, and we have a community health program also.
I live in Los Angeles, so I'm very familiar with what a great job the fire chiefs and the firemen do there. What about in Dallas? I mean, how bad do the fires get? Because it gets extremely hot in this region.
Yeah, we get all the same thing as they do in California. We get a lot of grass fires in Texas. We send teams out. We send teams out to California also. Of course, we get about 1,000 structure fires a year in Dallas also.
And I guess it's not just properties and humans, a lot of livestock as well in the Texas regions.
No, not in Dallas. That's out in the country. We don't get a lot of livestock.
Right.
Not in the city.
Okay, so for anyone watching this who wants to become involved in the fire department and wants to, as I think we all did as youngsters, want to drive a fire truck or ride a fire truck and obviously get involved in serious work, I mean, what's the best way for some of these younger people to get involved?
Yeah, great. We're always recruiting, and just go on the Dallas Fire website and they can get all the information, and we welcome.
Great,
we
terrific.
need them.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Justin, you guys do unbelievable work. I mean, I see it every day, as I said, in California, and I'm sure it's no different here at all. But well done, mate. It's just outstanding what you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mikey. This could be an opportunity. But no one went for it. It was lingering in the air. It was lingering in the air for a long time. Another opportunity, gone begging, 8 gone, 95 for 4.
2 overs to go, and I wonder if Chicago are going to open their arms and really go for it. They're 4 down, 6 to go. And if you send out messages, what do you think the predicted score will be? I think the score will probably get to about 130, so they need to get about another 35 runs in 2 overs. So a few sixes might just help here, ladies and gentlemen. But New York are going to try to stop them doing that. Sumit Patel, who's bowled a couple over, I assume. Captain of
6 of 5 for Tanveer. Lewis is going strong. Mikhail Louis, 46 of 16. He holds the key for a big finish. Tanveer wants to join the party. What a start to the over. Samit tasting his own medicine.
Yeah, the plan from Samit Patel Suhas, trying to make him hit into the slightly bigger side, leg side, but loves that line. Tanvir, very strong bottom hand. Almost a chance for a one-handed catch in the crowd.
Nice.
That's the idea, to keep it away from Tanvir.
66 means that's for the count. The dot ball.
Yeah, big chance by Hayden Walsh. Put down.
Now would this be taken? Now this will land safely too.
Well, the batsman
Suddenly, are there even 11 fielders out there is the bigger question.
Yeah, Walsh is a very good fielder. Also, Leeward Islands teammates, both Louis and Walsh, so you'd have wanted that one. And no one getting to this one.
Slightly half-hearted an appeal because even Samit heard two sounds. As a bowler, when you get hit for a six very first ball, you want to come back with a wicket. The opportunity was generated, but it's been the case in the last 5 minutes or so that the catches are going down. Elegant as ever, easy as ever. That's Mikhail Louis for you. 50 comes up for Mikhail Louis, back-to-back half centuries.
Very promising from a Chicago perspective. This is now 3 games consecutively where they've had someone go deep and get a 50-plus score. The impressive thing about this innings has been his offside play, Louis. Very strong leg side, but he's adding to his arsenal coming off of the CPL.
A full toss, and you don't expect Louis to hang around if it's a full toss. He will send it for 4. 9 gone, 114 for 4.
Moving forward to 114 with the last over to go, 6 balls, and will my prediction of 130 runs be true or not? And if you think you know what the prediction is, please go to our website, NCL Cricket, and you'll be predicting scores there as well. And don't forget to download the app NCL Space Cricket. Watch it live.
Good. 114 for 4. The last over. Walsh has his task cut out. Try and keep him engaged in the loop. That's exactly what he did. Tanvir, he's got to rub it and get on with it.
Yeah, Louis has hit 6 sixes tonight in 18 deliveries.
Oh, that's in the gap. That'll race away to the fence. Tanvir is doing everything in his powers right now to push and propel this total over 125 because he knows he might have to come in and bowl as well.
Good positioning with 3 deep on the leg side. Had to find that gap. Did well.
Venturing out. Control not the biggest this time around. Intent definitely was there. What that single does is puts Louis back in the business end.
Yeah, look for the field to go leg side and Hayden Walsh to bowl that googly back of the hand, spinning into Louis, trying to make him hit into the onside, which is much more protected. 3 deep on that boundary.
Oh, it didn't bounce as much. Louis looking at the bat in dismay. Yes, there are spots that do not send the ball a long way.
120 for 4. 2 balls to go.
Walsh would take 6 runs of first 4 balls at the last over. Oh, stand and deliver. Don't bother. Long gone, long off. Play rock, paper, scissors as to who wants to fetch it.
I still think the Lone Stars will be quite happy with the work they've done. Obviously 1 delivery to go. But given the carnage we saw from this side last night when they got the 170 plus, if they can close the over out well, they'll be happy to keep them to below 130.
And just like that, a kiss to the bill of the very last ball, a wicket. 10 runs came of the final over. Chicago reach 124 for the loss of 5 wickets. And Walsh is a little unhappy with the over progress, but still has a reason to smile at the end of it.
Impressive from Hayden Walsh. Picked up 4 a day ago, and now today 2 for 32. Going at 10s at this venue, but also to be in the wickets again and bowl the overs he did, bowled in 8th and 10th over. So very important, and maybe a consideration for Chris Green. He could bowl the power play over going forward in this tournament. But entertainment for this crowd, and we should have a run chase on, folks.
All of the matches live. You can download the app. It's very simple. All you have to download is NCL Facebook.
Dallas Lone Stars won the toss in the Chicago CC. You go and out bat there first. Uthappa 22 of 13 got off to a good start. Lynn didn't contribute today. Julian was looking good while his innings lasted, but Louis, the glue once again. 57 of 19, ensuring that respectability is added to the total. Tanveer's 24 came in very handy.
They're 73 from 30. The 2 of them batted the entirety of the last 5, helping Chicago get past the 120 mark. Will it be enough? We'll find out. But a good rescue of the innings by those 2.
Excellent to the spinners, Osha and Green first up. A wicket apiece for them. Summit did pick up a wicket eventually in the end, but very expensive for his standards. Walsh, in his 3 overs, picked up 2 crucial breakthroughs. Perhaps the lowest economy is Osha. 2 overs, 14 runs, and 1 crucial wicket. And remember, he bowled in the power play as well. Uthappa was excellent. There was a time where he only saw gaps. Lynn didn't fire today, but it happens to the best in the business. Thereafter, Julian was struggling initially, but he found his mojo a little later. This could have been taken from Maqsood. And Green eventually did pick up a wicket with one that's flighted almost above the side screen, you might say. The opportunities were created, but a lot of them were put down. And Uthappa perhaps made the first mistake of the day, and that is what made him find himself back in the hat. Louis continued in his merry way. Bopara with one that he'll not be proud of. Still searching for form, but not Louis. When Louis is in form, you're searching for the ball. Another terrific half-century. And this one was an attempt to resurrect the innings. Thanks to his half-century, that Chicago find themselves at 124. There were opportunities created, not once, but twice in the same over. Walsh had only himself to blame there. Tanveer ably helped out Louis and propelled the score over 124. Yeah, that boundary really got some momentum going for his side. And Tanveer made sure that before he got out, there were some more runs added. 124 is what Chicago got, and Tanveer's got 24 of them in just 14. Just the kind of finish that he wanted. Let's go down to Monali.
Well, we've got Mikhail Louis, exceptional with the bat today, 57 off just 19 deliveries. What was going through your mind when you're striking such big shots all around the ground?
Well, it wasn't my best innings. I had a few chances. I'm just lucky that I got a score and put the team in a good winning position.
Well, you struck them beautifully. A bit of a struggle. You've lost 4 wickets early on. What was it that worked for you on this surface?
Honestly, I just stuck to the basics. My strength is hitting the ball down the ground over extra cover, and I was just waiting for the ball to be in the right area to do that.
Well, you keep it exceptionally simple when you say that, but doesn't look as simple when you're out there. You're defending 125 when you come out. Do you think it's defendable on the surface?
The wicket is very challenging. Some balls bouncing, some staying low. So I think it's a very defendable total.
Well, thank you very much, and good luck in the second innings.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monali. So Lone Stars need 125 in their allotted 60 balls. We'll come back with a run chase.